Oh, hello.
Oh, hello.
What's up, everybody? It's Erin.
And Nicole, this is Dude That's Fucked Up.
Welcome, guys.
Welcome. Welcome to the podcast.
We're here. We're doing it per
Yeah.
usual.
Oh my
Talk,
God.
talking about dumb shit.
Uh, I feel like we should be doing transatlantic accents for this episode.
Maybe,
Welcome
maybe.
to the
Yeah.
podcast.
Welcome to the podcast.
Oh, yeah,
That
that's good.
was not. I don't know if
No,
that was
that's
a
good.
good
I
one.
like the welcome was good. Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah.
How's everybody doing out there? I don't know. That sounds terrible. Please stop, Erin.
Ha-
Okay.
She just
Tell
did what
me.
happens on the inside on the outside.
Yep. Ooh. Okay, but here's what I want to know, and I
Okay.
can't believe we haven't talked about it yet. What do you think about the new NSYNC album that's coming out at the end of this month?
Didn't even know there was one coming out.
There is one coming out.
Um, cool. I'm excited. I
Okay.
I'm I think when they went to the VMAs, I was like under the assumption that they were going to do a performance. And then I
Mm-hmm.
didn't watch the VMAs because I'm very old now. And so I just was like, although I did watch the performances the next day, but bitch, I don't have
Yeah.
cable. So, or whatever, Paramount Plus or whatever shit it is on. So
Whatever program.
whatever programs it is on. And so I didn't watch it, and then they didn't perform, and I was like, oh, fucking who cares? So I,
Yeah.
I think I've just been like not listening to anything about them. But that's very exciting.
Yeah. I just was like, same, literally same exact
Yeah. Like
whole,
Journey.
and then journey. And then I saw on Instagram a post from them about them being in the studio.
Oh, amazing.
And I was like, oh shit, this is like, it's fucking real. Okay.
Listen, okay, Lance is the only one I think who's currently working like full time with that podcast that he hosts. And like he's been
Mm-hmm.
doing stuff for like he's been in the
He
mix,
does,
right?
yeah, he's been doing like cameos on
Yeah.
like shows and movies and shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, And then obviously Justin Timberlake was working for a long time and he's still doing trolls shit, but like he married the anti-vaxxer and like that's just a nightmare. And I think he's just like been a little bit, wasn't he in some sort of like situation recently? Like a
I mean,
PR thing? I feel like he
I
got
think
dragged into something.
I think everybody's like coming to this realization like how like how he flew under the radar for
Yeah.
so long being like he's like very talented and stuff, but like the whole thing with like Janet and the Super Bowl and
Yeah.
just like everybody's like, hold on.
Yeah.
That was very shitty. We do not like that.
The way he
And
treated Britney and that whole PR spin and
yes.
nightmare.
And
Yeah.
all that shit's like
All the
being
women
dredged up.
hating. Yeah. Yeah.
Hmm. So it's just like kind of like a reckoning for that whole era.
Okay, but also his fucking PR machine during that time period, A plus 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 plus,
Truly.
because that shit was tight. Like
Yeah.
there was no shit about him ever really. That I remember. It was just like he was untouchable for 10 years.
Yeah, a lot of it was like manufactured, shit. And like
Yeah.
everybody was on his side with like the Britney shit. And then he came
Hmm.
out with like fucking, yeah, I don't know.
That's
That was,
wild.
yeah.
It's easier when like misogyny and patriarchy are like fully thriving.
Oh,
But
what a
also,
time the early 2000s were for that.
yeah. But
Just
also,
very,
damn, dude, we all bought that shit.
I know. And we're like, oh, Britney, blah.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all like, oh my God, what's wrong with her?
I mean, and I think a lot of people still are that way, but, you
Yeah,
know,
fair.
there's still some remnants of it. But
Yeah,
I'm still atoning for that mess, I
me
think.
too. Yeah.
So yeah, I was like, oh shit, they're like actually like all together, like reunited, doing a full on album. So and it's like new shit. It's not like a fucking Christmas album or something. No.
It's like real songs. And then that means they'll tour because that's how you actually make money now. So that's
Yeah.
what they're planning.
Yep. They'll do a
Um,
tour and it'll be like huge, like the Blink 182
yeah,
like tour was.
yeah.
Like that's all it's all like the nostalgia shit. I feel like people are gonna get back into like I feel like this is what has been going on with like art lately is
Mm.
that people have been focusing on TV and movies, and now that there's like a writer's strike, people are going to be like, what's the tea with fucking the music industry? What is happening? What are we doing?
Oh, interesting.
And I don't know, maybe like the nostalgia like is going to be good for that, and that's how people are going to be entertained within the next year. I feel like
Mm.
there's going to be some real like banger fucking albums coming out, I think.
And
I don't know.
some hot goss.
And some hot goss, yeah.
Because I think the music industry is like maybe worse than
Notoriously disgusting, yeah.
yeah, like so I think there's just not as many rules in place. Like we do have the unions for the writers and actors, and so that offers a lot of protections, and there's been a lot of work done around like making sure children are protected, and
Hmm.
their money goes into a separate account that they get when they're 18 so their parents don't take it all. That is not what's happening in any music contracts. And the
No.
exploitation is like so much more in music, I feel like.
Yeah, it's wild.
Yeah.
And even in like big name artists like have a hard time with like their record
Oh,
labels, and
yeah.
like a lot of fuckery happening behind the scenes, like, so I
Yeah.
don't know. It'll be interesting. This next, I think 2024 is going to be wild.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I'm going to go to the NSYNC concert.
Yeah.
I will go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It sounds fun. I mean, just
Yeah.
the fact that they're doing it again, it's like, okay, I'll go. Especially because that seems to be like what people are putting their attention into now. It's like obviously
Yeah.
experiences.
That's
And
what I'm
so,
saying.
yeah.
People
So,
are like done with like the prestige content. There's too much of it. There's a dearth of it. We people are like, all right, I'm ready to
live.
get out into the
Yes.
world,
Yes.
and experience these things.
IRL, as the children say.
IRL. Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see.
Okay. Well, before we get into our topic today, stay tuned till the end. Erin and I are trying some segments. We talked about this last week. We both did a rant at the end of our episode, and we're trying some different things. So this week we've curated like a trivia situation for each other. So we've each come up with a theme. So we're gonna ask each other trivia questions within the themes we've picked for each other. We don't know. It's a full surprise. It could be totally random. It's just for fun, and you could play along at the end. So we'll be doing that later in this episode.
Okay. I'm so excited for the end. Like, I'm excited for this episode because
Yeah.
it's a fucking wild,
Yeah, bananas.
but also very excited for our trivia segment.
Me too.
Yeah. All right.
What else? Anything else?
I'd say just go to our website. It's dtfupodcast.com.
Yeah.
All kinds of fun stuff on there.
You could
Merch,
get to all of the places.
links for everything, like
Yeah.
our Patreon, our YouTube. We are on YouTube, guys. All this that you're hearing now is also in video form. So
Yes.
if you'd like to see us in
We
our
are-
natural habitats,
Oh, yeah. We have audios and visuals.
audio visual. Mhm.
Audio visual.
Yeah.
All right.
So check that out. All right. Well, should we do this week's topic?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. You guys, today is a wild story. I don't know how I found this. I don't know what rabbit hole I was going down.
Did a listener tell it to us? No.
No, I found this randomly, I think.
Oh, okay.
Being a weirdo online in the middle of the night, I think.
Probably just like propaganda leading into like September 11th or something.
Could be, yeah.
Oh my God. Side note, real quick. We got like a DMV renewal thing registration for a car, and it's like you can get a personalized license plate. Why is there a Patriot license plate that says it's like a California Patriot license plate, and the example was September 11th? Who the fuck just has a license plate that says Sept 11?
Oh my God.
How embarrassing. What are you
Oh,
honoring?
dear.
What are you celebrating? It feels like they're celebrating it. Like driving around California. Bitch,
Yeah,
in
like-
California? It's so weird. And you know whoever owns that lives in Orange County.
I hope nobody has that license plate. That's insane.
I bet someone does, where they get the idea. You know what I mean?
They're like, oh yeah, like this DMV example page is exactly what I want. Oh, I should have known it all along. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh, I have, it's so funny. I have a collection of pictures on my phone of ridiculous vanity plates. I
Yeah.
should I should do like
Oh
a,
my.
a like a post about it or something.
Let's play a game where we have to guess what they mean.
Oh yeah, I mean some of them are pretty evident and some of them are
Oh,
just so funny.
cloud breast. Um,
Cloud breast, exactly.
wait, will you do me a favor?
Or cold breast.
Cold breast, cold breast. Because it was
Cold
cloud
breast.
burst. Oh no, it was
Yeah,
cold burst.
I think it was cloud burst
Okay, yeah.
because cold burst is not a thing.
It's not a cold front.
Mm-mm.
Mm. Okay, today we're talking about what a woman. Wild. I can't even believe. Okay. Today we're going to talk about this woman, Betty Lou Oliver. She was born in 1925. She is an American woman who is known for, I guess, like two things, but it's kind of like one big thing. It's kind of like one long horrible day.
Like, truly the worst day ever at work.
And it was maybe her last day, I read. So this is like a fucking no. The trauma bond that you have to this work and these people is horrendous. Also, it's like you just want to cut ties sometimes.
Not that hard, though.
Oh, that's
Oh
not
my-
good.
That's
Oh
a
my
little
God.
foreshadowing about what happens to poor Betty Lou. Oh my God, you guys.
Do you know what I mean though? Like I've had jobs that like will reach out to me a month or two later and they're like, "Hey, do you remember when you worked on this?" I'm like, "No."
Why are
I've
you-
purged that from my memory. I don't.
Why are you talking to me?
Yeah, this is not taking up space in my brain anymore.
Like, I do remember it in the way that I have nightmares about it sometimes.
Yes.
Anxiety, stress nightmares.
Yeah.
But
And
no.
I do remember it in that sometimes when I'm on the toilet, I cackle thinking that you have to clean that mess up and I'm fucking out, bitch.
That's right. Well, this woman, she was a elevator operator. That's
Yeah.
So people, when elevators were first installed in like buildings and especially in high-rise buildings,
Yeah.
people did not trust them. I'm going to go ahead and liken the distrust of this sort of new adoption of technology. It's like akin to how people are like, fuck automated or like driverless cars. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
Like they have to have someone in them, even though they're not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
They have to sit in there.
Yeah, they have to sit in there in case like shit goes sideways.
Yeah.
And like that's people like needed to have elevator operators in the elevators for like decades after they installed them because people were well, and they also did need to like operate them like kind of
Okay.
manually.
Okay, but why did I think it was like similar to like telephone operators where they had to like plug into things? Like they have to like you have to keep your foot on this pedal and then you have to touch this button up here while you crank. Like it
Kinda. I mean they did have to like, you know, make sure that like they like had to close the doors and stuff and like
Yeah.
you know, they didn't
Yeah.
have like because this was like all like pneumatic shit too. Like there was
Right.
cables and you know the way that elevators worked then are still pretty much the same now. We have a little bit more of an advanced safety systems now on them.
And we just press a button now, but they had to like pull the lever to the building or what or
Yeah.
to the floor or whatever. So there was like a little bit of driving it. You're driving it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she was this elevator operator in the Empire State Building.
Yeah. And she, the big thing is she survived 2 accidents in one day. Okay.
At the Empire State Building.
At the Empire State Building. Not just like, oh, fucking a hangnail and a fender bender. Okay. This is some like fucking call Allstate. You need to be in good hands. You're on death's door. Someone needs to fucking come and help you piece this shit back together. Literally. And
Literally.
figuratively.
Yeah. I think it was when I was down a 9/11 rabbit hole that I stumbled upon this
For sure.
topic
Yeah.
because I did not know this, but in In 1945, when this whole crazy shit happened to Betty
Yeah.
Lou, I mean, it happened to a lot of people, but
Yeah.
the most crazy shit happened to Betty Lou. A airplane crashed into the Empire State Building.
Dude.
I did not know that this had happened. I
Me
never
either.
knew this about the Empire State Building.
I'm sure they mentioned it on 9/11, like as things were happening and going down, you know? I'm sure
Yeah.
they had to have mentioned it, but also it got overshadowed because obviously this building, the Empire State Building, did not collapse and it did not fall into ruins. Like people survived this incident. And actually, like, sadly, like 2 handfuls of people were very much impacted in terms of death.
Yeah.
But then beyond that, people were injured, but like Betty Lou's the only other person that got like really fucked over by this day. Okay, let's talk about it. Let's just get into it.
Yeah.
So on July 28th, 1945, it was a foggy day. And
quite foggy out.
quite foggy out. I can't not do the fucking Ted Kennedy voice.
I mean, that is kind of like a transatlantic.
True. Okay,
Yeah.
that's true. It's just like a very hard one, like a very like sharp one.
Sharp. Yeah, very sharp.
Okay, so it's like a foggy day, summer 1945. An American B-25 bomber just fucking crashes into the Empire State Building right between the 78th and 80th floors. So it hit the 79th floor, I guess you could say, but it kind of like I don't know why it was worded like that, but like, you know, it hit those 3 floors essentially.
Yeah.
Like it caused destruction on those 3 floors. This is what is wild because like, how do we not know about this? Because it fucking ripped a giant ass hole in the side of the building.
Like, yeah, a airplane size hole. Sorry, I mean,
Fucking airplane sized holes for days.
yeah, a B-25 size hole.
Yeah, dude, even
A
bigger
B-hole.
than that.
Sorry. That's rude. That's
Oh
so
my
rude.
God. The building, the fucking Empire State Building had a b-hole, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And it created like, okay, so yeah, it created this giant hole. And where it hit contact, the floors that it kind of hit were the offices of the War Relief Services and the National Catholic Welfare Council.
Oh,
I know. At first I was going to say, haven't they been through enough? But then like my next immediate thought was like, oh, war, Catholicism. I feel like maybe karma.
yeah, definitely for Catholicism.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. So the plane hit. One engine just shot through the south side opposite the impact, like flew through the building, just like dislodged,
Horrible.
flew through the building, flew as far as the next block, like all the way to the other side, because it's a full block, that building.
Yeah, yeah.
All the way to the other side.
That building is thick.
It's a thick building.
Mm-hmm.
And it's very cool
Mm-hmm.
and big. It flew across the entire building, fell out like a window, I guess, or a wall on the other side of the fucking building, and fell
To the window, to the wall
It
again.
went through the window then through the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Fell 900 feet onto the roof of like some penthouse studio next door. Fully destroyed it. Caught it on
my
fire.
God.
Eviscerated it. The other engine and part of the landing gear fell down an elevator shaft in the Empire State Building. So like, you know, there's elevator shafts through probably through the middle of the building, but maybe there's a couple separate ones. I didn't look this up.
Yeah.
But I think they're all kind of together because I've ridden in the elevator before. But there could be other ones that office people use or whatever. Anyhow,
Yeah, like there's banks of them.
there's banks. Yeah, there's banks. So like there was an elevator bank that this equipment like flew into, like through the door and fell down into.
Shit.
Yeah. And the result of this crash was, of course, a fire. One of the results, which was extinguished in 40 minutes and is the highest structural fire to be brought under control by firefighters.
That is fucking impressive, dude.
So fucking impressive. These New York City firefighters were there immediately within fucking, I mean, they got there so quickly, I'm sure, when the plane hit. And then they just used giant hoses or whatever to extinguish this fire 80 floors above the ground.
Unbelievable. New York firefighters have always been those bitches, man. They're the shit.
They have to be. They're the best firefighters in the world, right?
They're the cream of the crop.
Yeah. They're the best city firefighters. I feel like if you want to talk like forest fighting.
California.
Yeah, California.
Period.
Because we have to have the best. Otherwise, we will not be here.
No, that's true.
As luck would have it, of course.
Luck.
Betty Lou. Yeah, luck. I know. Question mark.
Yeah.
Thick question mark. Betty Lou Oliver was working that day. As I said, it was maybe her last day. Hard to confirm that. And she was an elevator operator. And when the plane hit, she was like, she must have been like on the 80th floor, like kind of dropping people off or picking people up. You know what I mean? Because she was on the 80th floor and she got thrown from her elevator car out.
God.
Like out of it onto the 80th floor, and where she suffered like severe burns from the fire and just the heat of the impact and whatnot.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's already bad. That's accident number one, essentially, right?
But she was also lucky in the fact that the plane hit right below the floor she was on.
Yes.
Like if she had been below it and it had hit right where she was, the lines to her elevator would have been severed.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
the
dude.
cables.
Yeah. She was above it. Well,
yeah, she was above it.
And who knows, maybe they were, but because she was stopped or whatever, like maybe the safety one wasn't severed. But yeah, she was really lucky. And also, I mean, if she was a floor down, she could have just been killed by impact.
Like
you know
crushed.
what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
So she just like narrowly missed that. But obviously she like suffered a lot of like severe burns, and it wasn't a good time. And so they just had to wait. Like they had to wait for like first responders to come help them get down, right?
To be able to even get up to them.
Yeah. So
like to put the fire out, to get everybody like, yeah.
And this is a big building. The Empire State Building is like 110 floors. I think like the 109th floor is like the
observation deck.
Yeah. And so so there's a lot of people in this building, and also it was open to the public at that time. Like people could go up to the observation deck and check it out, and it's offices. Like this is people working, so there's people in this building. They have to evacuate everyone.
This must have been really scary because it was like wartime.
Oh yeah, it was fucking World War II. And also like we're able to get information so much quicker now and can figure out like what's going on versus like this situation where oh my God, side note, are you watching the morning show?
No.
Okay.
I got to get back into it. Oh my God.
There's 3 episodes. They're so fucking good.
Oh.
Okay. Anyway, so they have to get all these people out of the building to safety. And so first aid workers, they arrive on the scene. They find Betty Lou. She's not well. They're like, okay, we got to get her downstairs. Let's like go take these other elevators and take her to the ground floor where we can, help her out.
Bitch, that's a mistake.
Oh, did somebody say mistake?
I mean, she's all fucked up. They need to carry her down. They're like, we're not gonna walk down fucking 80 flights of stairs.
No, she can't. She's like burned and shit.
Yeah, but they were like, we're not gonna put her on a gurney. Like, let's just take the elevator.
Oh my God.
Should be fine.
Oh. Also, she's like you said, people didn't trust the elevator. She did. She's like, oh, I run that shit.
She's like, get me on the elevator. It's fine.
Yeah, she's like, I'll drive this one down.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
My God.
Okay, but she gets in, and I'm guessing like approximately 5 floors down, this elevator had enough. She was tired. She snapped, literally fucking plummeting 75 floors into the basement with Betty Lou
fucking God
on this fucking elevator.
Oh my fucking God, dude. How?
I know. Okay.
Like,
what?
Adding insult to injury to injury. I don't know. This shit's wild. 75 floors. Imagine that. Like,
No, I don't want to.
like
That's
think
a
about
fear of mine.
I'm thinking about how fucking insane like the Guardians of the Galaxy ride is at Disneyland, and that's only like what? Like that couldn't be more than 7, 8,
10 stories.
yeah,
maybe?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the fucking like drop of your stomach
Yeah.
doing that for 75 floors. Oh.
You hope you pass out like those people on the slingshots in the videos where they're like, ah, and then they're just like asleep.
Yeah. For
Oh,
real.
yeah. This is absolutely, well, first of all, I think about this when I'm in elevators quite often. And I'm always happy when I'm in like in the elevator in our building. Our building's only 4 floors. So I'm like, I'd survive a fall in this elevator.
Yeah. Maybe, yeah.
Yeah, 4 floors.
Yeah.
I think I'd be
fine.
okay. I'd be fucked
fine.
up, but like I'd be fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we don't have a basement, so
Yeah, you'd be good.
I'd be good. But I think about this sometimes, like in a high rise, freaky. And I was thinking about this when I rode Supreme Scream recently in Knott's Berry Farm. I was like, but that was more like I could fall. Like not even
Out
that we're
of
just
the ride.
Yeah, because you're strapped in, and I'm like, if this gets loose, I'm just gonna fall to my death, and my brother and mom will see it.
Baby, let loose. I don't
Let
know.
loose. Oh my God.
No, this is a true fear, and
Yeah.
I think back then this is what people thought was going to happen with every elevator they got into already. So, you know,
And then it did, yeah.
And then it did, yeah.
Oh my God. Well, and it turned out that the cables in that particular elevator shaft, including the safety cable, had been severed or like nearly severed when the plane went through the building. And it was
Right.
either from like debris or shrapnel going through that particular
heat
elevator
or something.
or the heat.
Yeah.
Something severed them at that floor. And so the elevator was just waiting there, but that's because it wasn't
it was
good.
like hanging on by a thread, like literally, like
Literally, yes. It makes
it's
me
just,
think
like,
of Looney Tunes where
dangling.
it's just like
Yeah.
boink, boink, boink.
yeah.
Like as they're cutting at something, and then it's just like the one thread, and she got on it when it was like threadbare.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh my God. The wild thing is that this did not kill her. She fucking plummeted 75 stories. She's burned. It's her last day of work. She's like,
Jesus
fucking
Christ.
get me out of here. They try to get her out of there, and she just plummets into the basement. And she survived. And according to Elevator World magazine, the impact was cushioned.
They
by
have a magazine?
They had. I think
Oh,
this was
okay.
like at the time.
Okay.
It was propaganda, so people wouldn't be so upset by elevators, probably.
It's like the driverless car blog. Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. AKA Pete Muse.
Yeah.
He's so pro self-driving cars. It's
I am too,
wild.
man. I am too.
He just thinks they're going to happen way sooner than they are. Like,
I think they will. 5 years, 10 years.
oh, they'll happen, but like for everybody to adopt them, it's not going to be very quick. You know what I
I don't
mean?
know.
Nobody even has like fucking electric cars. You know,
That's
like
true. That's true.
I feel like I don't know. I mean, it'll happen at some point, but yeah, it was like the self-driving car blog of the day. But they kind of said that they think the impact was cushioned by the severed cables that like piled up. Like when they fell, they kind of
Yeah.
piled up like a little spiral, creating
Coiled,
kind of a
yeah.
coil. Yeah, like a spring a little bit.
Oh my
So that
God.
when she hit, some of it was absorbed, like some of the
More
energy.
like more Looney Tunes like vibes.
Yeah, why is this all fucking Looney Tunes?
Oh my God. It's so insane.
It's so insane. And the other thing that slowed down the elevator car was the air pressure in the shaft. So it's like a very tight, elevators are a tight shaft. And so it couldn't go that fast because there's so much air. The air has nowhere to go.
It can't disperse, so it like
Yes,
falls.
it falls
It
a
plu-
little bit slower.
It plummets still, but it's not like a. Yeah, that's crazy.
Like
It's
it doesn't
there's
pick up the
resistance.
speed. Yeah, there's like a
Yeah.
little bit of resistance. It doesn't pick up the speed that it would if it fell free out in the open. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Yeah, and this was like, yeah, the worst part, this was, it sounds like this was her fucking last day on the job. She'd quit, and she was moving out to Fort Smith in Arizona where her husband was living. She was like wrapping up her job, leaving on a
Dude.
jet plane out to Arizona, and this is like, yeah, it's they needed her so badly to stay that they orchestrated this whole thing. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I mean, this, like, again, this was like wartime, so people, like, women were in the workplace more than ever, and so this is like necessary for her to have this job, so got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. So that's like pretty much what happened. Like I said, she suffered a broken pelvis, back, and neck. And I think I said that. If I didn't, that's what happened. And the rescuers, like, basically it was like the elevator car was like a mangled pile of metal, and they had to essentially like jaws of life her out of there. They had to like cut her out of there because it wasn't like, it was no longer an elevator. Do you know what I mean? It was just like a mangled piece of metal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, it's so wild.
Dude, woo. So wild. So like we said earlier, Betty Lou Oliver lived, but of course others were not so lucky, including the 3 crew members of the B-25 and 11 people working in the building. Again, I'm shocked no one died from, like, I mean, maybe they did. It's not specifically said, but like the debris and stuff.
Yeah, like the
on the street.
Like the jet engine falling on that penthouse or whatever.
On the penthouse, and just like pieces of the building falling and pieces of the plane falling, and like, because there, you could, if you Google this, there's images online, like black and white photos from that day, and there's like cops directing traffic around just like big pieces of mangled metal.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
It's truly, I mean, it's horrible that it even happened, but like, honestly, it's a lot more people could have probably died, or like a lot worse could have happened for what it was at the time. So crazy.
Yeah. I mean, people were obviously traumatized, and like, especially a lot of the people who were up on the observation deck and shit. I
think I read there was like one guy who actually jumped because he was like so overcome with like the smoke and the heat and stuff. So
that's sad.
Yeah, really sad. Like, people were, they didn't know what was going to happen. It's like the end of the world. They can't see what's going on. So
yeah, and they can't get that information very quickly and all that. Yeah. And the elevators, aren't like working in some of them, and they're just like, what do we do? So Betty Lou's fall remains the world record for the longest survived elevator fall in the Guinness Book of Records.
Whoa.
She's it. I don't think anyone will ever top that, nor should they.
No. I don't recommend. That's not something you want to be in the Guinness Book of World Records for.
No, but if you're going to be in it, great. Like, but that's.
I'm glad you survived. Yeah.
I'm glad you survived. Yeah, but like, I doubt
75
it gets
floors.
better than this. Yeah, it doesn't get better than that.
No.
And then also, I think the fire, because it was like the highest structural fire to be brought under control by firefighters. I wonder if that might have a Guinness record also, because it was like, it's hard to fight a fire that's that high.
Hell yeah, dude, that's crazy. Oh,
and
my
it usually
God.
will just consume the building, like they can't put it out, and it gets too bad, and then it's like too much. But yeah, that's like that day. I did read that I think maybe the next year there was like an incident pretty close to this time where a plane in similar weather like almost hit the Empire State Building. Like, there was like a repeat situation that happened, but it didn't. But it was higher up, and it scared the shit out of the people on the observation deck.
Oh my God, can you fucking imagine?
And it just was like, I don't know what happened with the pilot, but like, they just like maybe couldn't see, and like, it's so scary. It's so wild that so many of those little things had to happen for us to put like permanent lights on the top of tall buildings and shit. Like, that had to happen multiple times.
And just like the airspace, like you can't be at a certain altitude when you're flying anywhere near, a
New
York
city or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was talking to Pete about this earlier. Like, one, she had to have had just like chronic pain the rest of her life because she broke her neck, her back,
And her
and
pelvis.
her pelvis. How did they even know how to put pelvises back together? You know, like the technology was not as good as it is today. So that's working against you. You know what I mean? And then also they were able, I mean, somehow they were able to piece her pelvis back together so well that she then had 3 children.
Absolutely not. How? Oh,
Maybe it made it easier. Maybe they like lost some pieces and like did a little like
I don't know.
creative licensing and like they were able to make it so her children were born easier. I don't know.
Oh, who's to say? I mean,
Yeah.
and she did go on to, like you said, like had kids, and
Yeah.
she had like sounds like she had a pretty great remainder of her life.
Yeah, she died at 74 in the year 1999. She had
Wow.
3 children and 7 grandchildren. But I just was wondering today, like how painful was her life? Because that's gotta fucking. Luckily, she was 20 when it all happened, so she's young and you bounce back a little bit better. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but like,
yeah.
you don't bounce back fully from that shit.
No way. I mean, she probably was never an elevator operator again after this.
No. She maybe didn't even get in another elevator. Although, what are the odds? Although,
know,
what are the odds of both those things happening on the same day?
On like your last day of work. I know.
On your last day at work, yeah.
I know. Oh, bless
Yeah.
you, Betty Lou.
Oh, yes, Betty Lou. Wow. What a day. What a last day on the job. Well, do you want to play trivia?
Yes. Do you want to go first or should I go first?
You can go first if you want. I went first last time.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, since you are the number 1 Disney adult in my life, this trivia is Disney centric.
Uh-oh. Okay.
All right. So yeah, I'll start, like pretty easy, I guess. Like
Okay.
the first one might be a little, well, and then we'll get into some more.
Okay.
We'll see. I was digging around a little bit for some good ones. Okay.
Excellent.
Which Disney film was the most successful movie of 1992, earning $504 million worldwide? Was it Aladdin, Mulan, Pocahontas, or The Hunchback of Notre Dame? 1992,
What was the first one?
Aladdin.
Okay, no, it's not Mulan because that was like circa 1996 or 7 because Christina Aguilera sung the title track.
Good
So
job.
ruling out Mulan. I think it's Aladdin.
You're correct. It was Aladdin. Good job.
Thank you. What were the other 2 answers? Hunchback?
Hunchback and Pocahontas.
Oh, yeah. Could have been those.
Yeah, Pocahontas I think was like 95.
Okay. And then Hunchback was after that?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. What was the name of Belle's father in Beauty and the Beast? Was it Tomas? Do you already know? Do you know the answer? Just say the answer.
Wait, let me No, I think I need a hint. I need the multiple choice.
Okay.
It's right on the tip of my brain.
All right. When you hear the name, you'll know.
Yeah.
Was it Tomas? Maurice?
Maurice.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Okay. In 2019, after 3 years of construction, Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, aka Star Wars Land, opened at Disneyland. How much did it cost to build? Was it $500 million, $250 million, $694 million, or $1 billion?
My first thought was $1 billion, so I'm going to say $1 billion.
You're correct. $1 billion.
Oh my God.
Woo!
And worth every penny.
Truly, it is so incredible.
Yeah.
Okay. Now this is a fun one. This is a true or false.
Ooh, okay.
True or false? On the original Star Wars tour ride at Disneyland, the bumbling pilot droid of the ship RX-24, or Rex, was voiced by Paul Rubens.
True.
That is true.
Oh.
Isn't that fun?
Yeah, that's so fun.
I had no idea. What a fun little bit of trivia.
I wonder if they like brought back his voice or something for like select rides after he died.
So he did do the voice of Rex. Rex is in like one of the cantinas or something in Star Wars World.
Oh.
Yeah. He's like a DJ or something.
I wonder if he's the DJ in Oga's Cantina.
He might be.
Oh, that's fun. Oh my gosh,
Yeah.
my niece and nephew love that DJ.
Okay. All right. Next or last question.
Okay.
This one's so dumb. What were the last words Walt Disney wrote down before his death in 1966? Was it Mickey, milk, bread, eggs, Kurt Russell, or freeze me?
Milk, bread, eggs.
No.
It was Mickey.
No.
It was not freeze me.
No.
It was Kurt Russell.
It was Kurt Russell.
How?
So I guess
Daddy Kurt Russell, or like just someone coincidentally named Kurt Russell?
Daddy Kurt Russell. So this is crazy. So back in 1966, Kurt Russell was about 15 years old. He had already been in a couple like Disney like feature movies, like live action movies.
Oh yeah.
That Disney Studios was doing, and he like Walt Disney like loved him, like he like befriended him and would like let him get like sneak previews of like stuff they were working on and stuff.
What?
Yeah, and was like his buddy or something.
What?
So I guess like he was like in his study like writing something down about Kurt Russell, like he wanted to like remember something to tell Kurt Russell or something.
Oh my
and
god.
He like that was like the last thing he wrote down in his office.
That
before
is
he was taken to the hospital. Yeah. Isn't
How
that crazy?
How come like that's hidden? How come we don't know this? How come this is not public pop cultural knowledge?
I know. Well, I guess Kurt Russell has talked about it like on The View. I think he talked about it. Yeah. Like,
oh my god, I have to look this up.
Find it. Look it up.
This is so wild.
Isn't that fascinating?
I love Kurt Russell. Is that why? Because Walt Disney loved him?
I mean, I guess like even as a 15-year-old, he was just like this like very charming, like engaging kid. And
yeah.
Walt Disney was like knew he was going to be a big star and just like really like wanted to like make him this, you know.
Oh my god.
Like he was the original Mouseketeer kind of.
Oh my god.
You know?
I love Kurt Russell.
I do too. Daddy Kurt Russell.
Daddy Kurt Russell. Also in my brain, I just realized because Pete and I went and saw Roadhouse at the Alamo Draft House, and it was so fun. And I was like, ooh, I like Patrick Swayze in this a lot, but I really like Sam Elliott. And just in my brain just now, Kurt Russell is the two of them. It's like if there's a scale from Patrick Swayze to Sam Elliott, Kurt Russell's the middle. And that's why he's my favorite.
I love Kurt Russell so much.
I love Kurt Russell. Oh my god. Okay. Excellent trivia. How fun.
Thank you.
Oh my god. Okay, mine are going to be weirder, and I'll tell you the theme at the end, I think, because if I tell it to you now, maybe that'll give you hints.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Lay it on me.
Okay. Well, no, I don't think it will give you hints. I'm going to say, okay, tomorrow is September 21st, and you know what that means.
Do you remember?
Yeah, bitch.
The 21st night
The
of September.
So literally, I took the first 5 lines from that song, and I got a question from each line. Okay.
Oh, bitch. Okay.
Yeah. So first question: if you were born on September 21st, what international holiday would you most likely have been conceived on? This is not multiple choice because I feel like.
I want to say Thanksgiving or international holiday.
Yeah.
Christmas. No, New Year's. New Year's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I said international, because not Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Excellent. Okay. The second one is Name 4 of the 6 things the Pretenders singer Chrissy Hind uses to get someone's attention in the song Brass in Pocket.
I don't even know any
Really?
of those words. Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, yeah. Is there multiple choice? Maybe
well, there's
that'll...
6 things she says. No, because you have to name 4 of the 6 things.
Oh, I have no idea.
Really? Oh, I thought you would know this song, and I was like, this makes
Maybe
it
I do, but I don't know. I have no idea.
Okay. It's that one. Gonna make you
Oh.
notice. Gonna
use my style.
Yes,
No.
that's one.
Fingers.
Yes, that's 2.
Imagination.
Yes, that's 3.
Arms,
Yeah, bitch.
legs, yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Arms,
All right.
legs, style, sidestep, fingers, imagination.
All
Okay.
right. All right.
Okay.
Why did I not know the name of that song?
I don't know. Cause it doesn't really. I think you don't. It's like I got brass in pocket. Like I think
Yeah.
this doesn't really say it in the chorus or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. In every episode that features the opening sequence of The Simpsons, the camera moves through what letter of the title, swooping into a shot of the entire town? I didn't make it
Is it the O?
No, it's a P.
Shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. I didn't make it multiple choice because there's only so many letters. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Okay, but these next 2 are multiple choice. Okay. First Response Training International has a list of 50 songs to do chest compressions to. Which of these songs with heart in the title are not on the list? A. Achy Breaky Heart by Billy Ray Cyrus. B. Heartbreaker by Mariah Carey. C. Tearing Up My Heart by NSYNC. Or D. Heartbeat Song by Kelly Clarkson.
Is it Mariah Carey? Kelly Clarkson?
Yeah, Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
That's like a slower song.
Yeah.
So I think it doesn't have like the rhythm, you know?
The BPMs, yeah.
Yeah. You need the high BPMs. Okay, this is.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's faster. It's like, give me your love. Give me your love.
Give me love. Yeah.
All right, the last and final question. And then I'll tell you how I related it. Okay. Which Stevie Wonder album won Album of the Year at the 19th Annual Grammys in 1977? Was it A, Inner Visions, B, Songs in the Key of Life, C, Looking Back, or D, the motion picture soundtrack to the feature film The Woman in Red?
Songs in the Key of Life?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
Oh,
nice
thank
job. Okay, so it was like, do you remember the 21st night of September? So I picked like a 921 question. Love was changing the minds of pretenders, so I did a pretenders question. While chasing the clouds away, so that was the Clouds Simpsons.
My
Our hearts were
God.
ringing, so I picked like a heart thing. In the key that our souls were singing, because in the key of life. Okay.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
You're
That was
so
really fun.
creative. That was fun.
Yeah.
I loved it. I love trivia so much.
Oh my God. I fucking love trivia. I try and go as much as I can.
You did a great job.
Thanks. So did you.
Thank you.
Mine was like very all over the place. So that was good.
No, I loved it. I really wanted to test your
My Disney knowledge.
Your Disney knowledge. So
Yeah.
that's why I picked that.
I panicked almost. I was like, oh no. But
No.
I knew.
I wasn't going to take it easy on you, but I also didn't want it to be too wild or off. You know, there's like some very obscure shit.
Oh, sure.
That last one was tough. That was
was
insane.
tough. Yeah. That wild. But also we learned such a fucking fun fact.
That's why I wanted to have it. I was like,
Yeah.
The world needs to know about this.
I hope someone asks me that someday. And I know that. Yeah, and also the movies, like when Aladdin was the answer, like the other movies, it's like, oh yeah, I have no idea of chronology for those films.
I know, and
I was immediately thinking I knew the order of, like, if you asked about Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, like I kind of know, I know that order. But
yeah,
then the other ones, I'm like, yeah, Pocahontas.
it's all like the 90s, like
It's a-
core memories are all
yeah.
like a clump, you
It's
know,
a
like
fucking jumble.
I will say though, I went and saw Aladdin in theaters when I was a little kid.
Oh,
Like, and I remember that is a core memory for me.
I
But
saw
the other
yeah.
those other movies, I think I did see Pocahontas in theaters too. I
I
don't know
did,
that
yeah.
I've ever seen Hunchback.
It's fine.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen it. And Mulan, I was always like, I like Mulan a lot. But
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know.
Oh, all right.
Well-
Well,
That's it, guys. We did it.
we did it. How'd you do on the quiz? Good.
Yeah,
Which quiz did you do better on?
yeah.
Disney or September by Earth, Wind and Fire?
I loved your real, like, you know, your journey that we went on with that.
Yeah, the justification of each question.
I loved it.
Amazing. All right. Well, visit our website. We already said that. Follow us on social medias at DTFU Podcast, all the places.
Yeah. And as always, thanks for listening and stay excellent to yourselves.
And each other. Okay,
Bye.
bye.